Sometimes, when the danger is too great, when the stakes are too high, you gotta go metal detecting solo.
Good morning. This is Old Man Papa. You can see young Joe isn't here. This is the first episode of just Old Man Papa. There are times where young Joe is got other things going on, like school. This weekend is with his dad, so it gives me the opportunity to go out and do some metal detecting by myself. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be heading out towards a park that was once a ranch, and I was looking at some old photos, aerial photos of the area, and there's some indications that there used to be a ranch house on the property. That isn't there anymore. The aerial photo was from like 1963, and there's no evidence of that building being there anymore. So I just wanted to take the metal detector out there and check it out, and just kind of see what if anything's still, or if anything's there, if there's any indications of that anymore. So anyway, I am en route, and so I will see you when I get there. Well, I've arrived. Usually not up this early in the morning. Usually it would take like my house being on fire or something for me to wake up this early. But I thought I'd get an early start. I was kind of surprised actually. I got to this park and saw that there were this many people that are awake on Saturday. This park it's an undeveloped park other than the Frisbee golf course that they have here, and as you can see, there's quite a few people here at 6:45 in the morning playing Frisbee golf on a Saturday morning. So I'll try to stay out of their way and start making my way towards the location where I located that ranch house. It's going to be a little bit of a hike. You could look out that direction. You see these trees out in the distance. It's going to be beyond that. So I got about a mile hike ahead of me, or maybe half a mile hike ahead of me. So here we go. And then when I get there, I'll start swinging and see if we find anything. Green Mountain over there. There's a Lookout Mountain over there. Never actually played frisbee golf. I know a guy that is a competitive frisbee golf player. Kind of explaining the game to me a little bit. I mean, it's basically the same as real golf. There's a few different rules and stuff like that, and talks about rankings and all that. I didn't really get it. I mean, it looks like it'd be pretty fun. I mean, I played frisbee as a kid. I liked throwing a frisbee. I was pretty good at throwing a frisbee. I could throw it 1, 2, 3 different ways, because I was skilled like that. But never really had that much interest in playing it as a kind of a competitive sport. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It looks like it. Maybe I'll try it sometime. I mean, I don't think I've got enough frisbees to... I mean, they've got like... These guys show up with bags, like duffel bags full of frisbees. And I don't know if there's like different sizes and different weights or anything like that. I don't know why you would need that many frisbees unless you lost them or something during the course of playing. But yeah, who knows? There's hole 16 over there. So instead of throwing instead of hitting a golf ball into a hole, frisbee golf, you throw the frisbee into this kind of elaborate looking, I don't know if you can see it out there. It's kind of like a basket. It's a metal basket. It's got chains on it so that when you throw the frisbee at it, it hits the chains and it doesn't just bounce all over the place arbitrarily. So you can actually make a shot conceivably from where I'm at right now. And it kind of causes the frisbee to fall into the basket. Getting pretty popular here in Colorado. Again, I don't know if I would want to take my time playing it or practicing it, but yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll try it sometime. So I'd say I'm still about a quarter mile or so from the actual site. These trees over here look real interesting. There's kind of a creek bed, Weaver Creek winds through this area. And I might check these trees out on the way back. I think the trail runs along the edge of it as well. Beautiful morning, nice and cool. So I'm kind of glad I got up early to come out. People out walking their dog. I'm going to take the left fork in this road here. last weekend I'd kind of gotten the hankering to go out and do some metal detecting. Again, Josiah wasn't around. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago. I just went to the local playground park and ended up finding about $1.50 worth of change and 2 rings. One was just kind of a copper ring, it was still kind of neat looking, and then the other one was a really nice silver ring with some semi-precious stones set in it. Really surprising that I found it. Found a couple other little pieces of silver, a little charm and a little earring. They're both silver. And after that, I said, you know, there might be a couple days here and there where maybe I'll just kind of head out by myself and see what I can see. Maybe scout out some new locations for young Joe and I to go out together. It was funny though, because I had headed out about 8 in the morning, and then I kind of straggled back home, and I realized it was already close to 1. And so this hobby can be a little therapeutic and hypnotizing, because I had totally lost track of time. We are getting very close to where that ranch site used to be. So I'm gonna just maybe walk out a little bit further out into this field, get my bearings, and then just talk to you guys about what we're looking at exactly. I think I'll land it right here. Stage right here. Sorry about that. Find a better way to manipulate this camera. So if you kind of look out in the distance there, there's that hill directly in front of me there, right here. And I remember when growing up, this was back in the 70s, that hill was called Goat Hill. And it was called Goat Hill because there was a small farmhouse that was at the base of it. And there was a guy that lived in that house, and he had goats. And it was, we used to come down here on past the road here, and you could see the goats running up and down the hill, and the guy sitting out on the front of the house. This was probably back in 76, 77. And the house is long since gone. There's a trail that goes past the house. And right there, that very first townhouse you see here, that's where the farmhouse used to be. All this development, all these townhouses here were built, you know, sometime during the 90s or 2000s, I think. Before it was nothing. There was nothing there. But then directly across from that townhouse right there, the last one, if you head straight across the street, right over where I'm pointing right here, on the map, on the aerial photo from 1963, there was a ranch house that was sitting out here, and all the associated buildings. It was looked like a little couple outhouses, a barn. And so I'm going to start metal detecting out here. I'm probably going to start in pretty high sensitivity, and I'm not going to discriminate any iron, so that way I can kind of pinpoint where this is at. Obviously, there's like no indication right now where this place was at before, and then I'll kind of go from there, see if I find anything. So I will see you when I get to that next one. This is roughly in the area, maybe behind the back of the that property, that I saw on the picture. So I'm just going to start here. Should have brought my big coil head, but I left it in the car, and I'm not going to walk back. So I'm going to use a little coil head. Already starting to pick up stuff. Stuff's pretty deep, but I got like a... Yeah, there's obviously a lot of stuff here, and it's deep. Let me get a little bit closer, and I'll work my way back. There's just so much stuff bouncing around here. I don't want to miss anything, but then I also don't... I'm actually trying to find something like a foundation or something like that. I just keep getting hit, so I'll turn the sensitivity down here in a minute. But I think I'm pretty clearly I'm in the right place. Okay. Try to grid this as best I can. Kind of neat. Some kind of farm implement. Not sure what it is. Digging over here and found an old shotgun shell. Reliance. I think it's a 12 gauge. Redhead. Number 12. Kind of neat. Took that out of there. Wasn't that deep? That's kind of cool. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of a implement of some sort. Is this maybe to clean out like horseshoes or something? I don't know. It's threaded on one end. And it's kind of, you know, it's not sharp. But I mean, you know, I could see you trying to maybe clean out horseshoes or something with that. It's kind of a cool find. I like it. And in the same hole, found a little old piece of barbed wire. Kind of neat. So on my way back, I found another one of these things. So I'm thinking they do have something to do with horses and horseshoeing and stuff like that. Again, a threaded end, kind of pointy, but not sharp. I got two of those. Kind of neat. All right, well, I've been out here for about 2.5 hours. It's interesting. It was a nice little walk. The weather was perfect. Here's my trash. I got a ton of that. Sorted cans, nails, bottle tops, piece of barbed wire, bolts and stuff like that. And then I didn't really find any treasure today, but found a couple interesting things. Found this piece of metal. I don't know what this is for, if this is some sort of a piece of farming equipment or something. Hey. And the other three things that I found that were pretty interesting are this 12 gauge shotgun shell, cat mint, And then these two tools, threaded on the end, kind of like a blade, but they're not sharp. So, I mean, I don't know anything about ranches or horses. I'm thinking that maybe they have something to do with cleaning out the horses' horseshoes that are on their feet or something. I'm not sure. But I found two of those, kind of neat. I'm going to maybe ask Reddit, see if anybody knows what those are. Again, it was a nice little trip. First, just Old Man Papa mission. So I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you on the next one. You guys have a great day. Bye.